next on you. So make sure you grab your phones out your pocket, scan that QR code now. Enter into this week's 50-50 raffle and you can take home some cold hard cash.
I'd love my own place there, but I haven't saved enough.
It's pineapple, just the way I like it. Left to buy your door.
With our low deposit loans, you could be closer to owning your own home than you think. Get into your own home sooner with Home Sale.
Hey Dad, I have a door.
Give me 2 seconds.
Having a look around the Adelaide Entertainment Centre looking for the most creative mask. I want you to have a look over my shoulder right now because I think this 36ers fan kind of got the right idea. We kind of think we were looking for COVID masks. You have gone for the other mask, which is totally fine. You are being COVID safe. And I think, thank you very much to Workplace Law. We are going to upgrade you to our Homestart Finance team. So
But that's who's got the awkward lane. What's his name? Michael?
Thankfully. Yeah, and then go back to Dwayne. I'm good better with that. Yeah.
So let's have a look at the Kings. DoorDash starting 5, get 30% off your first 3 orders. Use the code 3-pointer. What do you make of some of their stars, Corey?
Jalen Adams is the best point guard in this league, and with him in his last 4 games, 19, 7.5 assists, 6 rebounds. You stop him, you can beat the Kings. But ain't nobody stopping him right now because, again, he's the best point guard in the league.
Adelaide team list, as we look at their starting 5, where's their hopes going to come from?
Well, it's going to come with, as Corey said, Sunday Jets getting the assignment on Jalen Adams, but everybody else is going to have to chip in. It's hard to try and silence someone like Adams for 40 minutes. Todd Withers is going to have to step up, Mitch McCarron as well. And we've seen there's been a lot of inconsistencies on both ends for the Adelaide 36ers, and they will get exposed if they can't correct that against a powerful unit like the Kings. Yeah, don't talk. I don't
Yeah, we go Sunday.
I don't want to mention Withers too much. So let's just do that. I'll just here's the starting 5 and stuff. There's one. The matchup, the whole game relies on this matchup.
Cool. So let's have a look at the 36ers starting 5.
Well, here it is, and I tell you what, the whole game's going to come down to Sunday Dech versus Jalen Adams. And Sunday Dech, we know that he can put points up on the offensive board on the end, but defense is where he makes his money, and he's going to have to try and shut down Adams. Had a great game offensively against the Hawks, 18 points, knocking down 5 threes. He's going to have to try and put more energy into one side. Can it carry over into the other side? We'll find out.
Wouldn't be a game in Adelaide without the great John Casey with us, and a short time ago he caught up with CJ Bruton.
Well, on Friday night in Wollongong, Adelaide went down 19 in the second quarter, fought back to get on level terms in the third and back to within 3 in the last quarter. Coach CJ Bruton, these slow starts, though, are really making it difficult for you.
It definitely is, Case. We need to find a way to come out the blocks and get going. I think having those 2 weeks, as I said last, I think, not playing as many games, trying to find our feet and coming out the blocks early is key and is crucial in some of these games, so we need to find a way.
You slowed down Tyler Harvey on Friday night. What have you got in store for Jalen Adams?
Well, he's another fast, difficult young man to stop. We ain't got no tape to put on the floor, but definitely Sunday and Macca will have their work cut out for them tonight, and it's going to be a team effort as always. If you're going to shut down a player like that, it comes about the team, not about the individual.
Appreciate your time. Good luck.
Thank you very much.
Crowd in here at the Adelaide Entertainment Centre. Great to see our Kmart ball kid, Travis. Congratulations to you, Travis. Loves his hoops. And he's part of a big fan base, hoping that the 36ers can resurrect their season with this one today. All right.
Just Sydney chat. Mm-hmm.
Then we'll roll in Jalen Adams for the Georgia starting 5 for Dwayne, and then Corey will pick up off the back on Jalen. Then we'll give you a shot of Sunday with the team list for Adelaide, and Pete will talk about the matchup with
Yep.
Dech, and then we'll get to John and CJ.
Easy.
Ladies and gentlemen, please turn your attention to the score cue for our Welcome to Country performed by Mickey O'Brien.
Firman, nai gana biko maklada marukana ganina. Garamina, wangdi mani budi ganiyatna yata tenden. Nai wangdi tetyala fandu wadiana tendenya 36ers people. Hello and welcome.
We're here on the spirit place of the Red Kangaroo being Adelaide and the home of the 36ers basketball team. A unique place. It was about bringing cultures together, and we know that the 36ers bring culture together here on the boards of this home of the Adelaide 36ers. We never say goodbye, we always say see you later. So we hope to see you here, Barracky Court, the 36ers. Nothing.
Referees for today's match, Nick Hare, Nathan Durant, and Ruben Wilcox.
No pain, no victory, your reign. a sudden is looking preoptimal. Sydney are going to win it. Pandemonium at Kudos Bank Arena. They are the real deal.
No team in this Hungry Jacks NBL season is hotter than Sydney right now. They've come to Adelaide on a 4-game win streak, hunting third spot on the NBL ladder with their newly formed Adams, Cooks and Clark show. The 36ers with the task of stopping them and getting their own run to the final started. Hello and welcome to the Adelaide Entertainment Centre, wherever you're watching. Great to have your company and great to have the company of MVP Corey Homicide Williams and Melbourne United Championship winner Peter Hurley. Welcome, guys.
Welcome. Thanks, Dwayno. This is going to be a huge game. Sydney Kings are every bit the real deal. The Sydney Kings fans should be very excited with what's happening. They're led by superstars. Their role players are starring in their roles. You bring Clark in, I'm expecting a little bit more from him, but they are so exciting to watch. Huge game for the Kings.
Let's have a look at their DoorDash starting 5. The Sydney Kings get 30% off your first 3 orders. Use the code 3-pointer. Corey, who do you like most, or is it hard to pick one?
I like that man on the screen right there. And if you were not excited for this game, that pregame show reel of this, the highlights of the depth of this team, they are the real deal. And that man on screen right there is a big reason why. In his last 4 games, 19.7, 8 assists, and 6 rebounds. This is the guy right there.
Adelaide 36ers starting 5 as well, Pete, and they've got some weapons as well.
Well, they do. They've just struggled to fire all at the same time, but you look at their starting 5, their whole team list, it's going to come down to this man right here, Sunday Deck. He's going to have the assignment on Jalen Adams to start. Mitch McCarron will get sprinkled in, do for my other guys. You've got to try and slow him down. Jalen Adams is going to be a tough task no matter who goes after him. But Sunday Detch had a really good game on the offensive end against the Illawarra Hawks. 18 points, 5 of 8 from deep. But again, he can't put too much energy into that end because it's going to take a lot of energy for him on the defensive end. It's going to have to be a thing by committee.
A little bit of pressure on CJ Bruton to get this run going for the 36ers. And it wouldn't be a game in Adelaide without the great John Casey with us. A short time ago, John caught up with CJ.
Well, on Friday night in Wollongong, Adelaide went down 19 in the second quarter, fought back to get on level terms in the third and back to within 3 in the last quarter. Coach CJ Bruton, these slow starts are really making it difficult for you.
It definitely is, Case. We need to find a way to come out the blocks and get going. I think having those 2 weeks, as I said last week, I think, you know, not playing as many games, trying to find our feet and coming out the blocks early is key and is crucial in some of these games, so we need to find a way.
You slowed down Tyler Harvey on Friday night. What have you got in store for Jalen Adams?
Well, he's another fast, difficult young man to stop. We ain't got no tape to put on the floor, but definitely Sunday and Macca will have their work cut out for them tonight, and it's going to be a team effort as always. If you're going to shut down a player like that, it comes about the team, not about the individual.
Appreciate your time. Good luck.
Thank you very much.
CJ Bruton hoping that his team can get a run going, and final still an option. Our Kmart ball kid for the game today is Travis. Congratulations to you, Travis. What a moment for Travis and the family here at what is a pretty packed Adelaide Entertainment Centre for this one. Good to see the fans in the house. 99th meeting between these two teams. 36ers 55, Kings 43 in the first time they've met this season. So we're underway. Kings at first use of it. On a 4-game win streak. Cooks. Adams feeds it out. Vasilovic could have put it up, throws it back out. We're going to have to put it up now. And did he get it away in time? Did he get that off?
He sure did.
All right.
That's pretty good defense. But 23.9 seconds off the clock for the Adelaide 36ers. Jarrell Martin making it a tough one.
Johnson takes some time, back out. Withers. All right now. 36ers up and about early.
Good start for Withers and the 36ers. Called them out 2 games ago.
They do need more from Todd Withers consistently, because the games where not only does he doesn't score but doesn't take too many shots, he just kind of gets lost in the entire game. We don't see a whole lot of him on either end.
I'll be honest with you, I think they just need to run more plays for him. Last game he had 13 points.
Able to get it in.
see what they're doing on the defense, man. They're really trying to clog the lane. Everybody's helping each other. Their body is their position, trying to really, for any openings for anyone, as Jalen Adams a little step back. Everybody's helping. They're switching on when it's needed. This is a good little start.
Karen hands it out. Johnson takes it in style.
Great start for the 36ers. Getting stops, getting runouts, and easy buckets.
Kings 5th on the ladder right now. Slowly working their way up. The Hungry Jacks NBL 22 ladder. They'll be 3rd if they win this one. Martin draws the foul. Little elbow out is the claim, but ref will have none of it, and the foul on Withers.
CJ Bruton mentioning to John Casey how important the starts are going to be. And against any other team, they'd be important, but especially against the Kings, because in 8 of the last 9 games, the Kings have led by 7 or more at quarter time. And since round 8, their aggregate, they're plus 64 in the first quarter. The Kings, the next closest team are the Phoenix at just plus 13. And then you go to the other end of the spectrum, and the Bullets are the worst in first quarters. Minus 31 aggregate since round 8. And then the Wildcats at minus 26. So can't afford to get off to a slow start when you're playing the Sydney Kings.
Crowd giving Mitch McCarron silence at the moment. Takes it down the floor. Good to see so many in the stands for some Sunday hoops. Little feed in. Besto back out. Withers. And the rebound pulled down by Cooks. Wants to take it down the floor in a hurry. Went coast to coast, couldn't finish it off. McCarron pulls it back down with a big round of applause. Early momentum is going to be massive, as Peter Hurley told you. And that rimmed out. Adams. Hands foul. It's called on Sunday Detch.
Good take there from Jalen Adams. And spoke about their depth. Everybody now is going to chime in, and Ian Clark, you'd expect to get some more minutes in this game. And that last game against Perth, what an exciting one that was. The Jalen Adams versus Bryce Cotton show. 65 points between the import trio for the Sydney Kings. And then talk about that game against the Hawks, the Adelaide 36ers. They just had 72 points as an entire team. Well, it's a promising start, but just 3 minutes into it, they've got to sustain this for the entire game. And there's your man, Corey, sitting 3rd overall.
Instrumental in that 4-game win streak. I just think he was playing pretty good, but ever since that win against Brisbane and that dunk, his game has elevated to new heights.
McCarron. Detch gonna have to get it up. Crowd telling him 2 left. Big arc on it. Cooks quickly down the floor this time again, and taken to the hole nicely. Swakula Bullock.
That shouldn't happen. I know it's a long rebound, but somebody's got to be back. Multiple guys potentially against the Sydney Kings. They like to play fast. It was a good outlet pass. Someone's going to have to stop that earlier.
Besto finds his range early.
This hit, Cam Besto this season has been their best player and their shining star at both ends.
Vasilovic can fill it up from deep, wants to go inside off the glass, didn't work for him. Johnson pulls down the rebound, and he tries to go coast to coast. No success. McCarron gives them a second go at it. Withers from outside the arc, bam!
Good find again. Good offensive rebound by McCarron. A monster as a guard on the boards. You don't box out, he's going to snatch it up, finds his open shooter. 2 of 3 early in this one.
Second chance points. Todd Withers shoots 37% from outside, so I like that he's already taken 3. Step into it on an offensive rebound. It's the best time to get it up. He's feeling good.
I mean, as an import, your job is to come in. You're hired gun.
Enough to the point where he can still get out and contest. Even though he's a plug, we still want to close out. Hey, on this end, let's do a better job of setting screens, all right? Their center fields aren't very good. Make sure we get hits. Right here, let's do a loop. Loop, Jay, you bring it up. SB, you're here. X, Rel, Swax, you get low. X, go get SB, loop him up. Jay, hit SB. X, you set the first. Rel, you set the second. Cross screen X into the pick and roll. Fellas, yeah, you can go for find the space. Let's pick up the intensity a little bit right here. Come on, get the screen. Defense on 3. 1, 2, 3, defense.
Josh Buford knows that Adelaide have started exactly as Adelaide wanted to start. Peter Hurley told you the numbers. King's been dominating in first quarters. Chase Buford trying to rev his team up. Luke Longley there. He's taking it easy in the back seats. 13-8 as it stands right now.
Good start from outside for the Adelaide 36ers, and that loss against the Hawks. They shot a season-high 31 threes. And it was their worst field goal percentage of the season, 32%. Already taken 6 threes, knocked down half of those.
Bruce on the floor. Adams. First game ever in Adelaide against Adelaide for Jalen Adams. Not yet getting the feel for it. McCarron. Back out, Detch. And it wobbled its way down eventually.
Detch has become a reliable three-point shooter. He's worked so much in the off-season, and it's paying off. It's good to see that.
We highlighted it a few weeks ago. He was working out with Brett Maher, shooting the ball in the off-season, and that man knows how to shoot the ball as well. Jalen Adams. Anytime we work out with one of the greats, to see it pay off. Not only is Sunday Detch enjoying himself, but Brett Maher would be enjoying himself seeing that as well.
Withers. Got away from Adams. Rimmed out. DJ right spot and got hammered on the way back by Cooks. And we'll go to the line. John Casey downstairs.
Thanks, Dwayne. I was just listening in with CJ Bruton during that timeout, and you'll notice today that he is flying solo. Jamie Perlman, his assistant coach, was unable to be with the team on Friday night and again here today. Unfortunately, his wife, Tracy, her mother passed away in the last week, so we send our thoughts and condolences to Jamie Perlman, his wife, Tracy, and their family. But just some added pressure as well for CJ Bruton here in this one as Ian Clark checks into the game for his first minutes.
Yeah, sad story, John. I noticed that Ken Cole was giving Dusty Hannahs a little bit of a rev up before the game, so he's getting some assistance from one of the old greats.
I mean, it's great to know that you have support, because when a player's struggling, support is important.
I think they were having a look. CJ Bruton, potentially, there was a foul there, and they were saying someone grabbed the net. So I think they were just going to have a look at exactly who it was, because if it was Xavier Cooks who was doing it and then committing the foul, would have been goaltending. No, it really doesn't have a whole lot of impact on the play. That's the rule, but I had a look at it, and it was Daniel Johnson who was touching the net. So there you go. There's the explanation. Just 2 shots here.
Crowd give him absolute silence, and he's normally pretty good from the free throw line as well. Daniel Johnson misses the first. Second drops with ease. Angus Glover on the floor. Chase Buford, Kevin Lish. Speaking of all-time greats in the house, helping out. Sean Bruce, Adams. Little step aside, 3 rolls its way down.
And I don't understand why they're playing off that. The hottest player in the league at the moment. 2 of 2 from 3. 8 points in the first quarter.
McCarron. Withers. Under some pressure. Sotto. Back to McCarron. He might have to put it up. 5 left. Gives us some thought. Long range 2. Daniel Johnson again. Gives them a second chance at it. Sunday Detch from a metre outside. Sunday too far away. And it's still a 36ers ball, although Mitch McCarron has a laugh. Maybe it's not.
Yeah, the Sydney Kings, but good energy on the offensive glass, trying to get some extra possessions. That's what they're going to have to do. Dusty Hannah's into the ball game.
Glover. Trying to mix it up. Sean Bruce passed up the opportunity at it and floated one in the end.
Tough take. As you said, D-Russ turns down that three. He hesitated, but he gets a nice mid-range to go.
McCarron. And Sotto. Little foul under the bucket. And Daniel Johnson wreaking havoc under the bucket at the moment.
Really good activity underneath by DJ. Didn't have a good one last game, but as we see on the screen, the OG. And why would you not listen to a championship winning experienced coach?
That's what you want to hear. Just give me some tips before the game. That's a very nice jacket too. I can see you wearing that jacket.
Ken Cole got some swag.
He does.
Wild horses all over it. The man that he had a word to, Dusty Hannes, fills it up on cue as if he knows we're talking about him.
Maybe that's what he's saying. So just knock down a couple of shots. You can have this jacket too. I'll give it to you straight after the game.
No, getting another one. I reckon it's one of a kind. Adams. Wow.
I mean, and this is the hardest thing right now. A guy who loves to penetrate and get to the rack. He's now hitting. He's 3 of 3 from the land of plenty. Now you got to pressure him. And that feeds into exactly what he wants to do.
Turned it over, and they may have. No, they haven't. Still a Kings ball. But tied up at 19 apiece after the 36ers threatened to push this out to a double-figure lead.
We'll see Daniel Johnson just slowly retreating. What he's got to do is just take a couple steps further forward and funnel Jalen Adams towards Sunday Detch, who was on the other side. That's the only thing. You keep that dribbling, it's going to go up. He's 3 of 3 from outside. Make him do something else. Easier said than done.
Definitely easier said than done.
Glover, part of the seas, high off the glass. Didn't finish. Hannes. Sure what that was. It wasn't an alley-oop, that's for sure. It wasn't a pass either.
Well, it was a pass. Daniel Johnson was pointing. You got to throw a bit higher. You got smaller Jalen Adams on. And Dusty Hannes may as well have rolled it at Daniel Johnson's ankles. You just got to launch that up there. Got a big fella against the point guard.
Dusty Hannes with the inbound. Gets it back. And no basket. Fouls caught on Ian Clark. Getting some court time. We're going to see a lot of Ian Clark in the closing stages of this season. Late edition. Won an NBA championship with Golden State. Playing with some of the all-time greats.
He had 4 fouls in his game the other night. Again, we see it so often. Imports coming into the NBL. It takes a while to adjust to the way it's officiated.
Right, here we go.
That man had played in 2 years. Had
Hannes, tough floater. Rebounds big. Kings get it. Straight down the floor. Gave it some thought. Clark. And still finding his range as well. Withers. McCarron. Looks inside, nothing there. Back to Withers. Wow, air ball.
Well, he's not shy. We spoke about wanting to get him up. Maybe that one's just got to wait for a better look.
You know, I'm okay with him taking that shot. Where else is the offense coming from on the court for them? I would rather him be aggressive than passive.
Well, especially with Daniel Johnson now, we know that he's been the focal point trying to throw the ball into him.
CJ Bruton has seen that lead wiped away. He's about to address his boys.
But that doesn't mean you throw a 50-50 pass and throw the ball away. We ain't here to give up 2 or 3 turnovers, fellas. Hey, every possession counts. They want to play small ball, and they got you. You're down at the front of the rim. You go right here, right? Bear can lift up. He can be the reversal. You step over and power. And keep him simple, fellas. Look after the basketball. Push it. Guard to guard screen. Hey, they coming down the floor. They want to put us in pick and roll. Right now, Jalen's hit a few. Get over the screen. But again, it's the guard to guard. It's a hustle. If you get screened, sit in an open stance. Be ready to help on the mush.
I love that message from CJ Bruton. Keep things slow. And we talked a little bit about the Jalen Adams matchup. Who's going to try and keep him tight. Keep an eye on the Cam Bairstow versus Xavier Cooks just on the rebounding. Xavier Cooks has the ability to pull rebounds from everywhere with his length and athleticism, whereas Cam Bairstow is just so fundamental. He uses his body better than nearly anybody in the league of finding that contact first, just giving you a little nudge out the way, and that ball just falls into his hands. It's going to be one to watch on the glass.
We saw that Friday night in Illawarra. He had 12, and he had 8 offensive rebounds in that game.
We've already seen it a couple of times here, just pushing someone underneath the basket or getting them out of the way. That veteran smart to use his body.
Danced it in, had the assistance of Sotto, second tallest player in the NBL this season, Kai Sotto.
How do you want it? Right hand, left hand, little floater in the middle of the lane. Starting to grow with some confidence.
Worming his way past a couple. Cook's left it behind. McCarron quickly down the floor. He's got Hannes. He's got Bairstow. And he had almost too many options. Bairstow fouled on his way to the hoop. Disappointed he didn't get the 2. But we'll go to the line for a couple.
I like that from the Adelaide 36ers. When you get a turnover, calls a turnover. Here's the Kai Sotto with the right hand. That was a nice little touch, but push it down the other end. Mitch McCarron pushing the ball. That's all you have to do. Sydney Kings like to play quick. And a lot of teams will say, okay, we're going to slow it down, get through sets. But as you mentioned, Corey, we haven't seen a whole lot of success in the half court from the 36ers offensively. So if you get the chance to push it, everybody run, good things will happen.
Bit of talk about whether Kai Sotto does deserve more minutes. Been getting better with each game. 218 centimetres worth. Superstar from the Philippines. 2-year deal with the 36ers. And he could be a critical player in the second half of this season with the 36ers trying to stay in the finals race. Glover saved the day there. Back to Clark. Long range 2 to find his range. Didn't get lucky with the bounce. McCarron.
No Jalen Adams on the floor. He's trying to really pack it in.
Sotto went down. Jan Vasiljevic looked a little guilty in the general area. Bairstow mops it up. Doesn't finish it off.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was speaking about, Cam Bairstow. Xavier Cooks is in there. Just a little nudge at the right time. Cooks can't get the board. There's a little tangle between Vasiljevic and Kai Sotto. It's about getting him up there and saying, oh, the play's still on, so if he just throws him out the way. Because I tell you what, if you get him up quick, he's going to repost on the other side. You've got to deal with it again.
53 seconds left in the opening quarter.
There you go.
So, unsportsmanlike foul. Cooks will go to the line and they'll get possession. We're just rewinding the tape to try and double check what happened. In the meantime, let's go courtside. John Casey.
Dwayne, good contrast here at the moment between the coaches and playing this game of chess, where Adelaide have got Sotto, Bairstow, Withers all out there at the moment with their bigs, and Eric Cooks basically, or Xavier Cooks I should say, basically playing the 5 spot for the small ball Sydney Kings lineup. So good contrast, both trying to assert their authority the way they want to play.
It's an unsportsmanlike foul because Kai Sotto, when Xavier Cooks went to take it, which he does, when he does get a rebound, takes off with it. Sotto was out of position and just trying to grab his arm. Wasn't a whole lot in it, but letter of the law, you're just trying to slow down the break in frustration, and unsportsmanlike foul.
Clark trying to weave his way through them. Vasiljevic. And Dusty Hannes called for that. Been an up-and-down season for Dusty Hannes. Fire and land them from long range in a short period of time and accumulate, but he can also go a little cold for a while. An interesting season for him.
Going back to what Case was saying, with Xavier Cooks playing the 5, they're playing small ball. Here's Chase Buford probably just trying to juggle things around as well, seeing where they can have success. And so often when a team goes small, makes the opposition coach, in this case CJ Bruton, think, do I have to match that, or am I going to go with what works well for us, which is our normal rotation? So we'll keep an eye on that one. It's always a little bit of a chess game.
Vasiljevic is 84% from the free throw line. No surprise. Puts both in, and it's all tied up, 23 apiece. Crowd's been silenced a bit. They were up by 9. Bairstow looks around. 2-for-1 option here for the 36ers. They should get it back if Bairstow gets it in now, and he does. You can see a couple of second differential shot clock, game clock.
Tough one-on-one take by Bairstow.
And they'll milk it down. Again, the Kings been dominating first quarters this season. They've led in 8 of their last 9. Chance to take the lead with a 3. Don't. One last roll of the dice for Dusty Hannes from long range. Used every second. Flutter on the run. Doesn't go. But they still lead the home team. Hoping to make their own run for the playoffs. 25-23. Good crowd. Adelaide Entertainment Centre for some Sunday hoops. Great to have your company. To start the second quarter for the 36ers. Into DJ, found a gap and got the foul, which he loves to do.
Well, it was a really good first quarter from the 36ers. They had 8 assists on 9 made field goals. So the ball's getting through hands. They're not trying to force anything. And they're leading the rebound count 11-5. They've got 3 offensive rebounds to the Kings 0. So very promising start. Good first 10 minutes.
And when this game looked like it was going to open up a little bit early, Jalen Adams got going. 3 of 3 from Atlanta Plenty. 11 points in 7 minutes. Kings are shooting 75% from 3. All Adams. 43% from the field.
Newly tinkered with roster for the Sydney Kings. 5th right now. 9 wins, 7 losses, but they can climb to 3rd with a win in this. With their 5th win in a row, if they can get it. Cooks, tough basket, and he knew it as well, the way he danced backwards.
Great offensive set.
Both of those guys are going at it. Exactly. Bairstow's going to attack me on one end, give me the ball, and give me an opportunity to attack him.
That's exactly what you have to do, is put Xavier Cooks in a position to be successful. It's the high post. We speak about it all the time. He's going to back himself off the dribble against Daniel Johnson from the high post. This is another thing we spoke about Chase Buford, as talented as they are and how they're rolling. It's got a bit of a juggling act to do, but right here, put the ball on the floor. Daniel Johnson, it's going to be a tough cover. But Sean Bruce, he's going to come in and get guys involved, get guys some shots. Angus Glover He's been a spark off the bench. Vasiljevic, still get him involved. Bales is healthy now. And then you've got Adams, you've got Ian Clark. So a little bit of a juggling act still to work out.
And they usually struggle in the second quarter. So let's keep an eye on Sydney Kings. What do they do today in this second quarter?
Sunday Jedge lets it fly. Bairstow tangles up with Martin under the bucket.
Doing what he does best. Eat the glass.
Jarrell Martin doesn't like it, but you hear the referee saying before the shot goes up, you're already grabbing him. And that's because Cam Bairstow does his work so early. He just starts pushing you in, slowly pushing. Keep an eye on Cam Bairstow. Shot's going up. There's the hook. I'm not sure what Jarrell Martin's talking about. Because as soon as that ball goes to Sunday's edge, Cam Bairstow starts to nudge you underneath where you start worrying you're out of position.
And here he's again on cue. Couldn't finish that. Didn't get the foul.
Great block by Martin from behind.
Vasiljevic lets it fly. Bales back out. Vasiljevic rattled its way lets it fly. Duffelmeyer for the 36ers. Rattled its way out. Duffelmeyer. DJ from outside. Yeah, baby. Crowd love DJ from outside. Yeah, baby. Crowd love that.
You got to do a better closeout. Because if not, he's going to make that three. You got to do a better closeout. Because if not, he's going to make you
Cooks
pay.
Again.
Almost pulled the chair in the end. Daniel Johnson right at the last second. Almost pulled the chair in the end. Daniel Johnson right at the last second.
Bairstow. Didn't want to let it fly from the Daniel Johnson spot. Triple team. Didn't want to let it fly from the Daniel Johnson spot. Tripped as he tried to make his way to the hoop. Duffelmeyer nearly tripped as he tried to make his way to the shot clock. Little fake. Draws the foul and will go to the line again. Little fake. Draws the foul and will go to the line again.
What I like about Adelaide right now is they're getting the ball. Don't take a contested shot. Swing the ball. The ball is going to find. Don't take a contested shot. Swing the ball. The ball is going to find the open man. He gets foul. He goes to the line for two. High percentage plays. He gets foul. He goes to the line for two.
Bairstow's fading away. No need to fall forward and have a slap in the hand. Fading away to do that. No need to fall forward and have a slap in the hand. There's just no need to do that. Cam Bairstow causing all sorts of issues. Team. Cam Bairstow causing all sorts of issues.
Daniel Kickett, Kevin Lish, and is about to address his Kings, who, after being 8 down, 9 down, tied it up, now down by 5 again.
All right, first play right here. We're going angle pop slash. Rel, you come get J.A. Pop it, Swax, early slash. Rel, if you don't like the three, it might be there. Take it on a DHO to DJ. DJ got freedom of backdoor. All right, fellas, every time we get it out, make or miss, let's start running more. Make them play at our pace. Let's get up and down a little bit more. Make them play at our tempo. Okay, here we go. Defense on 3. 1, 2, 3, defense.
Chase Buford there, echoing what we were saying in the first 10 minutes is they like to play fast, whether to make or miss, get the ball in. That's the beauty of having that lineup when they do go small. Even with Jarrell Martin, 1 through 5 could get the ball off the rebound and just push it down the other end. And again, if they start doing that, Adelaide 36ers are trying to do it back. Can they sustain that for a whole game? That's what they've got to try and focus on. But Jarrell Martin's just got to stay out of foul trouble. He's picked up another one there. Jalen Adams back into the game. Had 11 points, Corey, you mentioned, in 7.5 minutes. Then we didn't see him for a while.
Bairstow at the line. But they look in his eye. That well short.
I thought perhaps Jalen Adams, and only played the 7.5 minutes in the first quarter, might have started this second quarter. This is the way the last minute or so went in the first. Let's see how they execute the play that Chase Buford drew up in that timeout.
So Bairstow misses both. They dodge a bullet there, the Kings. Martin. Didn't have Vasiljevic. Back to Adams. So landing them from long range. Down by Daniel Johnson this time. Back out Vasiljevic. Blocked. Put it up from the Kmart logo. Didn't get anywhere near it. Sunday Detch. Bairstow. Daniel Johnson feeds it in. Sprightly at the moment, the 36ers, and that rims out from the hand of Todd Withers. Cooks. Beautiful reverse. Slipped his way past them with just a half hesitation step.
You know, he gets it off the rebound. He could one-man fast break, and as you can see, clearly finish slashing and getting easy bucket.
Bairstow with a spin move, delightful. Got the crowd on their feet.
Oh, that was beautiful. Put him in the spin cycle. Great one-on-one move. Bairstow. travel. Good defense. Withers a really good on-ball defender. A couple plays ago, he gets the block on Vasiljevic, but Cooks, as you can see in transition. Bairstow puts Martin in the spin cycle. Good left-hand finish.
McCarron, the general. Ex-Melbourne United championship winner. Sunday Detch gets the screen, gets some space. Back to McCarron. Little up fake, didn't want the shot. Bairstow with 5 left. Tough fadeaway too. He's doing it all.
Just keep going to the well. He's getting it done. Give him the play off of him.
Over to you, Kings. Glover back out. Adams. And Daniel Johnson fouled him on the floor.
And for me, on the other end, if I'm the Kings, I'm going to get the ball through hands and then just go pick and roll and put DJ on Adams. Something great is going to come out of that, just like something great is coming out of this matchup. Just get a ball to Bairstow.
It's the Mr. Fundamental of the NBL. It's never going to be too explosive, never going to do too much, and you want to go back to it. He's going to take a breather right now, Corey, just trying to get his wind.
Adams stepped it in, up fake, and floats it in. Shows his class.
With Adelaide switching everything, I'm just putting Adams in pick and rolls and put a big on him, 1-5. They can't stop him.
Detch gets it back. Sotto on the floor now. Daniel Johnson, pocket picked. And straight back down the other one, and the foul to go with it and the extra. So rubbing salt into the wound there. They turn it over at one end, concede the bucket out the other, and the Kings a chance to make this a 2-point game.
Normally, when you get a fast break opportunity, you want somebody else to pick you up. So Jalen Adams, you'd say, wait till somebody comes to stop you. But again, he just throws it to the man who's ahead. Good finish through contact. That's the way the Kings play.
Michael Bullock, 72% from the free throw line.
My warning. Okay, well, can you call that? Because that's a foul. In any other game, that's a foul. You didn't touch him.
That actually wasn't a foul. Nah, he just
fell.
fell.
But you didn't touch him, you hit him. You hit him.
So I think he did get the warning there, CJ Britton. Most to use their warning some stage during every game.
All right, here we go.
Got it, might as well use it. Got a challenge and a warning to go to in every Angry Jack NBL game. The challenge system has been great. McCarron, little off balance, still off balance, and fouled. And we'll go to the line, Mitch McCarron.
Good one-on-one defense, harassing him. McCarron finds a way to get to the basket, create contact, and he goes to the line for 2. Jalen Adams, a little overzealous. Right at the end. But he only knows how to play one way.
Mitch McCarron just got 4 assists, a few rebounds. It's just his second shot attempt, and it won't count because he got fouled. Just trying to still pick and choose when he wants to go on the offensive end.
You know the Mitch McCarron I like? The cans Mitch McCarron.
Well,
that's what he needs to be on this team.
100%.
And, you know, the last couple of years, he had to pull back for the greater good for Melbourne United because they were stacked all the way around. He can get that form consistently back to the Karen.
Clark shows his class this time.
This is a different team.
Well, spot on. And there's Ian Clark getting on the scoreboard, playing alongside Jalen Adams for a few minutes here.
Sotto, Mitch McCarron. And Corey wants to... Took the shot Corey was hoping for. A little off balance though. Adams, crossover, inside, feeds it back out. Cooks gets in on Sotto, draws the foul on Sotto.
He's such a tough cover.
Well, he is.
And he's so quick. He has that quickness like Sean Marion. When he catches it, he's just... It's so quick, that first step. And he's so aggressive. As soon as he catches it, Sotto, no man, like there was nothing. You were at mercy. You were at the offensive player's mercy.
Well, that's just what we'll learn. more he spends in the league. This is the first matchup between these two teams, but you don't have to close the gap on Xavier Cooks when he gets it out there. You know he's got a quick first step and he's athletic. You want to make sure that if you try and tempt him into shooting from outside the key, don't close the gap and let him take one step around you.
It's only 58% from the free throw line, Xavier Cooks, so crowd probably know their percentages. There's a chance for Hungry Jack's Burgers here. And they get them. Do the crowd know their hoops? Absolutely loving it. Free Hungry Jack's Burgers for everyone in SA. If you use the... They roar for their burgers there. Still a 2-point... Oh, straight down the other end. Can't bank it in. Flicks it out. Clark. Adams ran into a roadblock. Long range, 2. Get any longer than that, your 2-point shot.
All you have to do is put the man in a pick and a bucket come out of it. If you're going to play drop like that, he's 4-4 from...
McCarron to Daniel Johnson. Glover wearing him like a glove. And stripped him. Adams. From the corner, Sean Bruce had his moment, couldn't land it. Detch, McCarron to the corner. And Glover slapped that out, so I think it's still a 36ers ball. Time called, 36 apiece. Knife edge game. Critical stage of the season for both these teams. Sydney Kings win, they're back inside the top 4. 36ers win, they're back in the race for the finals.
And with this man running the show, they have every chance to get third place today. Jalen Adams have come with the goods early in this. From the 3, like this size, this mismatch, bucket. Put the ball on the deck. Floater. Another bucket. There's the shot chart by Sotto Stream. Guy's just such a nightmare to defend. And he's going up against some elite defenders, but his ability to just simply get into a pick and roll, that's where he's killing. To kill them if they don't change up the way they defend them.
Well, you said he's the best point guard in the NBL.
I say I know.
Well, I'll tell you what he is. He's the best player of a pick and roll in the NBL. Just the decision making, from slow to fast, the way that he sees the game unfold, he just reads the defense and play ahead, and just so crafty.
And a guy like this, he's so athletic and quick. He's hitting you from the lane of plenty. You in trouble.
Right now, someone else has to come along for the party for the Sydney Kings. Big 3.5 minutes here for both teams.
Give them. Back out, Withers. All right now. Back in town, back in front.
Withers 3 of 6, 3 threes on the afternoon, 9 points in 12 minutes.
Step back from Adams.
Fam, I told you.
Back at you.
Not I think, I know. Best point guard in the league. 18 points in 12.
Dusty Hannahs. Dusty spring-heeled up from the top. Little floater 2.
Well, they got what they wanted. They wanted the switch with Adams versus Dusty Hannahs.
Hand off, big rejection, Bairstow. Bruce. Glover can land them, doesn't this time. Intensity's gone up in this one. 36ers know they're going to have to match it. Mojave King getting some important court time. Dusty Hannahs again. Bairstow there again.
There he is. Mr. Fundamental, Cam Bairstow, just putting his body in the right position. Jalen Adams, they wanted that switch, so Sean Bruce goes to set the screen, and a lot of the time, we see teams do that guard-to-guard screens. Sometimes they slip it, sometimes they don't even set it, just to cause the confusion between the defense. So Mitch McCarron and Dusty Hanners, if you want McCarron guarding Adams, just to stay locked in. And if there is a screen, you switch on contact. They got what they wanted, and he knocked down a 3-ball.
Withers, catch and shoot. And another massive rebound pulled down, and he's hurt himself, called timeout.
Oh, he's gone. That's NBA in college.
Yeah.
He's been in the
NBL.
He's been in the NBL long enough around Australian basketball. Cannot do that. Cam, he should know that. Good hustle, and then, yep, cannot do that over here.
Well, I'll tell you this, great effort. You know, we know what he's going to do. If you are defending him, you better face guard him. You got that Mika Vacona energy.
And rejected by Basto at the other end this time. Having one heck of a season and another great game. Here he is with it in hand again to set it up. Detch inside the last 2 minutes of the half. Basto, why not let it fly? Air ball this time. Little heat check. Basilovic. And that high floater on the run doesn't drop for Clark.
Nice take, just rolled off the rim. Like the intent.
Adelaide led by 2 at quarter time. They lead by 2 now. McCarron. Hanners. Takes on Adams. Likes his chances, spins on him, hangs in the air again. Dusty Hanners.
Real good take by Hanners, 1-and-1, not backing down from the challenge.
Talked a lot about the Kings' fast start, winning 8 of their last 9 first quarters. 36 is a chance to win both the first 2 quarters of this important game here at the Adelaide Entertainment Centre.
Hanners, 3 of 7 from the field in this first half, 6 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist.
And he's looked good.
Looked good this game.
Again, just the patience. Let the game come to you.
Rattles out, 85% from the free throw line so far. That rattles out. Rare error. Crowd have already got Hungry Jack's burgers. Gee, that was well short. Misses both. Crowd enjoying it. A double whammy of Hungry Jacks coming their way. Straight back down the other end. Withers mops it up. And they're hot right now, the 36ers, to finish this half.
Well, their effort's been there. The energy's been there. 21 rebounds.
Cooks fouled on the finish.
Right,
that
now,
hurts.
Adelaide 36ers just have to put all their focus on Jalen Adams. Anytime there is a ball screen, he is making something happen.
Great find, but again, it starts with him turning that corner, drawing all types of defense, lobs it up to the big fella. Nice finish. Goes to the line for 3 the hard way.
Cooks, who missed both and gave burgers last time, puts this one in. 40 seconds and counting. So another 2 for 1 on offer for the 36ers to finish the half. Although Detch lost it, had to get it back. Sneaks away from Clark, who hammers him. Johnson, Martin right with him. Has to hand it away, and it's not foul. Huge stop. And the Kings will have the last say. They can tie it up here at halftime. 45-42. Whose shot to take? Clark likes his chances. Cooks smashed on the way to the hoop, and he'll go to the line. But again, it's such a bad option. It's 58% from there.
In the play. You see him coming now. In the end, it's called for the foul. Going the quick sub.
And that's his 3rd foul.
Straight to the rooms.
Hopefully he's fine. Shake that off. 11 points. A couple of rebounds. Real good first half by Withers.
It's been a really good first half overall for the 36ers. 11 assists. Getting to the free throw line as well. Xavier Cooks is struggling there himself.
Misses his third free throw. Kings overall 10 of 15.
Even some points there. You know, credit the way the Adelaide 36ers have been defending as a team. Besides on Jalen Adams, everyone else they've done a pretty good job of.
And that was well short as well. So gave burgers earlier on and missed another couple. Last say of the half. Dusty Hannes weaved his way past them and will go to the free throw line for a couple to finish the half.
That is a great take. His ability to recognize time on the clock and doesn't settle for just a heave in traffic. He just gets to the basket and gets fouled.
He's playing with confidence, and I love where
best half, probably of the season.
No doubt. And the way where he took off from for Xavier Cooks, if he wanted to block that, to make that contact with the body. So good awareness, knowing you've got the longer Xavier Cooks behind you.
Dusty Hannes from Little Rock and Texas Tech. Had a 10-day contract with the Memphis Grizzlies. Father Gerald in Major League Baseball pitches with the Dodgers. Comes from great stock. One last chance on the fly. Can you believe it?
Well, that about sums it up, doesn't it? You miss 4 free throws that don't come close, but make that one. They're going to have a look at it.
Oh, it's good.
Really good first half from the Adelaide 36ers. They're just going to be talking about a halftime, worrying about Jalen Adams. Look at the little
baseball pass.
Baseball bullet. That is good. That is as pretty as it looks. Look at that pass. And that is absolute money. Barely even hits the net, and it goes through that perfectly.
Cuts the 36ers lead to just 2. John Casey.
Thanks very much, Dwayne. I've got Daniel Johnson here with me. DJ, that's a tough way to close out the half. You played so well. For them to drain a big 3 just takes the wind out of your sails a little bit.
Yeah, man, it's a tough shot. Don't know how we got it off for 1 second, but it is what it is.
You were up by as many as 8 in the first quarter, 6 during the second. What's working for you so far?
I think get on the glass. Bear's been huge for us all year on that. He's doing it again tonight. We're making some threes. And defensively, we just got to tighten up on Adams, obviously.
Appreciate your time. Good luck after. Daniel Johnson, their halftime here, and it arrives with Adelaide having led for 90% of the first half. It's a 2-point buffer, 47-45. Halftime from Adelaide. Stay with us here on the Hungry Jacks NBL.
Two teams have been playing like their season's on the line. It's because it is a spot in the top four up for grab for the Kings. And the 36ers need to get a streak going to get themselves back into playoff contention. And they need to win as many home games as possible. And they're on track to do that. Adelaide Entertainment Centre has been a rocket. 36ers led by 2 at quarter time. They lead by 2 at half time. As we look at the Hungry Jacks highlights to half time, Corey.
Been a fantastic first half, very entertaining. Both teams throwing blows, getting stops on D. Stars are stepping up at both ends. I love the fact that Adelaide, they're playing really good team basketball. They have 11 assists collectively, so the ball is being moved around. The imports have stepped up, and they're up 2 points.
And it's hard to know how it's going to travel from here because Daniel Johnson, he's been a little down with his numbers at home lately this season. Cam Bairstow's fired up. A few of the 36ers have realised it's now or never.
It sure is. I mean, it was a tough loss in Illawarra, but Illawarra got it over the hump a couple days ago, and they've come into this game, legs probably a little tired, but they're looking the goods. They want to protect home. They want to get this win because they know from this point out, it's not going to be easy. There's no games easy in here. But on the flip side, the Kings, they're looking all right. Jalen Adams, they do not have an answer for him. As I said, this is the best point guard in the league, and he's living up to that title. 18 points in the first half, 4-4 from the land of plenty. Who stops him?
So that's the secret. 36ers stop him. They win the game. It's the Adams family that they've got on their agenda right now to try and stop. But Adams is the main guy. Stop him, they stop the Kings?
You stop him, you stop the Kings. I love the energy by Cooks. Cooks hit at the end at the buzzer going down, and at halftime, he hits that 3, makes it a 2-point game. But I really love the way the game is going. I think the Kings are going to win this game. They won in 4 in a row, and for them to get into the top 4, get that 3rd spot, they got to win this game on the road.
Pete Hooley in the analysis centre. Where do you think it's going to be won and lost, Pete?
I mean, Corey's right. Jalen Adams is the Jalen Adams show for the Kings. Credit for the Adelaide 36ers team defence on everybody else, but I'm sure CJ Bruton talking at halftime is how to slow this man down. He might be the best point guard in the NBL, but he's the best pick-and-roll decision-maker in the league by far. So just watch his decision-making. He sees the game unfold before everybody else. Now, this play had just been ran the possession before. Sunday Detch, we highlighted him being the main defender. Jalen Adams saw him go underneath the screen the play before this. Normally, Jarrell Martin's coming across to set this screen. Adams knows that he's going underneath Sunday Detch, so he's going to stop about here and then get to his spot right here where he just knocked down a 3 ball and shoot another one. Sees the game unfold before it even happens. You've got to be a little bit more closer to that guy. He's so electric. Problem is, he's such a good decision maker and knows how you're going to play as well. This was at the end of the second quarter. Watch the slow to quick speed from Jalen Adams. He's watching the play unfold. Todd Withers is guarding Xavier Cooks right here. Adams goes from just surveying where everything is straight downhill, knowing that he can get to his floater at any moment, and then Xavier Cooks does well. The space to get around here, easy 2 points. So slow here, Detch gets caught up, puts the Jets on, easy and one opportunity. And the problem is, how do you guard Jalen Adams? Do you try and stop him using the ball screen? Well, the problem is he can do something with that as well. They get the switch here. Mitch McCarron tries to blow this up. So good first effort. If you're Kai Sotto right here, the only way you can try and get the ball out of Adams' hands is to stop here, because what happens, Jalen Adams reads Mitch McCarron, he's going to come downhill and then he's going to start testing out where Kai Sotto is. So Kai Sotto is going to start to retreat. Jalen Adams' sweet spot's right here. Watch what happens. Okay, Kai Sotto start retreating, Jalen Adams right there. This is where you've done all your hard work. You've got there Mojave King, Mitch McCarron. You bite at the pump fake, easy little floater. One of the best players in the NBL, but the best pick and roll decision maker by far in the league. Adelaide 36ers have to try and lock him down, but easier said than done.
He's got 18 points so far, with a half still to come. Jalen Adams. Been a great month of Dunkuary so far, and up to 102,000. 51,000 for charity, 51,000 prize to win. You can head to the NBL website now for your chance to shoot for the jackpot at halftime on March 5th in Melbourne. Thanks to Dunkuary for every dunk in an NBL game during the month of February. We're giving $100 up for grabs, 500 of it to Australian prostate cancer and the rest to the fan. Stick around, big half still to come. The 36ers season on the line, lead by 2.
How have you seen it?
Yeah, probably not our best defensive half of the performance. Too many easy drives, letting them get into the paint, and we got to do a better job on the boards in the second half.
27-17 is the rebound count Adelaide's way. You've gone small. Any adjustments?
Well, they had to.
Second half about to get underway. 47-45, 2-point lead to the 36ers at quarter time. 2-point lead now. Kings with first use of it. Jalen Adams, as the boys told you at half-time, been the dominant force. 18 points in the opening half. Trying to get himself a look here. And for the alley-oop start. How do you like it? Jarrell Martin.
That's exactly what I highlighted at halftime. The decision making, seeing the play unfold before it happens. Daniel Johnson was trying to get on the left side of the screen. Jalen Adams knew that, so put his head down, made a move on Sunday Detch to get to the right, and then threw it up to Jarrell Martin. Just sees things unfold, a possession ahead. Just so hard to guard.
McCarron, Bairstow had to go and retrieve it. Takes on Jarrell Martin, gets inside him, reversed in nicely by the big star for the first, Cam Bairstow.
Been excellent. Dan Bairstow all season. You said it, Corey, the most consistent player by far for the Adelaide 36ers.
Airball floater from the hand of Cooks. Best. Johnson, Bairstow, McCarron. Johnson from the corner. Big rebound. Bairstow's been doing it all afternoon. Stripped this time. Vasiljevic. Twakala-Bullock. Cooks having a big impact.
First of all, you got to see how Cooks runs the court. He ran the court like LeBron usually runs the court.
Here's what I'm talking about. See Daniel Johnson in the middle of the floor. That's what happened the possession before with Jalen Adams. Look, Daniel Johnson cheated. Jalen Adams read it and threw it up. And that's what, and you're right, Corey. All of them run, the Sydney Kings. That's the way they play. Xavier Cooks potentially would not have touched that ball if Twakala-Bullock was still going with a head of steam. They're so hard to guard in transition because 1 through 5, they all take off and run. And Xavier Cooks
leaving a whole lot of money on the line, on the field.
Kings missed their last 6 free throws to end the first half.
3 of 8. Xavier Cooks. Can't get it for them. All tied up, 49 apiece. Silence the crowd. A turnover, though. Daniel Johnson. And pocket picked. Straight down the other end, Martin. Easy layup.
Great hustle to get back into play and get a hand on the ball, Adams. And that's a very important basket by Martin because he has, on the offensive end, he's been non-existent as DJ hits the 3.
Daniel Johnson into double figures now. DJ Bruton barking the instructions from the defensive end. And
dude, double the man, double him.
Well, it's getting close to box and 1 territory, you'd think, isn't it?
Just double him.
Get the ball out of his hands.
That's it.
Because again, you try and show the bodies his patience. We highlighted at halftime, being able to go from slow to quick so quickly. Good knockdown there from Mitch McCarron to answer. On this end, Jalen Adams.
Here he is again. Hands it up this time. Twakala-Bullock with the floater. Never even got close. McCarron have done this a few times with 36ers. Johnson from way outside. Every time the Kings threaten to take the lead, get hot, 36ers have an answer. Adams stepped inside. Couldn't thread the eye of the needle.
He's also gone down there just at the end of that play. We'll see if he can get back into there. He's limping a bit in the top of your screen. Just got caught on Todd Withers after that play.
Daniel Johnson. And hooked him.
And that might be the only way to really slow down Jalen Adams right now. Well, he's just tying his shoe up. Hopefully it was just a bit of a stinger.
Looks like he's all right.
Might just go and tighten the shoe or get an extra tape. So it's just right there, just a little tiny bit stepping on top with his foot inadvertently. Not a whole lot in it.
All right, here you go. Ready?
So hopefully he just gets either taped up or... This is the Adelaide 36ers. The main man for the Kings is down. He's out for a little bit.
With a teardrop that goes.
Tough basket. But we know he can score in bunches.
Crowd screaming. Flop, no. Johnson inside, draws the foul, and he will go to the line for a couple. Every time the Kings draw level, the 36ers respond.
This is better from Daniel Johnson. Again, knocks down a couple threes. And normally, this is Vasiljevic putting his head down. But normally, Daniel Johnson, he's knocked down from outside. He's only shooting 26% from 3 this season. So you can afford at the current time to just take a little bit of a step off until he knocks down a few. Well, he's 2 of 4 today. So Xavier Cooks takes a step closer. And Daniel Johnson's made a career out of getting to the free throw line.
One of the all-time greats, Daniel Johnson, 12th season with the 36ers. More points, more rebounds than any other active NBL player. Being a little down with his numbers at home overall, but he's got some pretty tough numbers to live up to. He's put together over his career. Could be the difference maker in this again. Sean Bruce gave it up. Vasiljevic having a huge impact.
I mean, especially, he scored the last 2 buckets. But right now it's critical because Jalen Adams is out. So to keep that scoreboard ticking over from the guard position, he's able to facilitate and handle that.
Sotto on the floor. Sunday Detch. Big rebound, pulled down, got his own ball back and can't finish it. Had a couple of chances, still a 36ers ball. Courtside, John Casey.
Thanks, Dwayne. Yes, I'm here with Jalen Adams. He's just having his left ankle re-strapped. He gave me the thumbs up. He intends to check back into the game. But, yeah, just taking the wind out of his sails. But they're going to re-strap it. They'll get him back out there as soon as they can.
Here it was again, just a little bit as he went to take off on Todd Withers' foot. You can see Todd Withers making sure he's okay. The athlete knows that just a little bit stepping on the wrong part of someone else's foot never feels nice. No, just nice. A little tighter taping. He should be good to go.
Haven't yet been able to make hay while the sun's shining for them with Adams off the floor. Who leads all scorers. Ian Clark out there now again. Clark's got it now. He's got a deep bag of tricks as well. Hands it up. Travel the scream. Sotto a chance for the rebound. Couldn't pull it down. And it does come off the hand of Clark. And he's hobbling now. He had an ankle issue as well that he was talking about. So we'll see if he's okay.
Another just little from Clark. Oh, little hyperextension.
Sunday Detch to give the 36ers back the lead. McCarron. Sotto. Single figure shot clock. McCarron. Up fake. Danced in. Handed it back out. They need it. Off balance. Air ball.
Great
from
defense.
Dusty Hannes.
Great defense. Even better closeout. Clark.
Kings get another chance to take the lead.
I'd like to see right now Kings go to Martin. They got to find a way to get him going.
Jalen Adams back in the game, so keep talking about the pick and roll and keep an eye on it the rest of the season. Can they do something with both Martin and Adams together? They're trying to open up the floor. Their half-court execution in the last few possessions has been all right.
Adams weaving his magic, hands it over. Sean Bruce can't fill it. Johnson wants Dusty Hannes, finds Dusty Hannes, who finds the bucket.
Good work from Dusty Hannes. Clark tried to blow it up, so just stay with it. Back door was there. Good pass from Daniel Johnson.
Adams, that little up fake hesitation. And putting the hammer down.
Goodness!
Cooks.
Well, he's just having one.
That is how you finish a play, Hooley. Oh my goodness.
That is just straight verts. Look at this. Just one step and bang.
Oh my goodness. Hooley.
Man, he's
Cooks is no joke.
Oh no, absolutely not. And that's going to feel good as well. On the free throw line, he'll probably take that one more than the dunk at this rate. 4 of 9 from the free throw line, but that is straight vert.
17 points, 5 rebounds.
And they lead now, the Kings, 60-59. Hannes up fake, he draws the foul. Jumped into by Adams. Clever from Dusty.
Well, Xavier Cooks goes from strength to strength. And I tell you what, Sydney Kings fan, if this team doesn't get you excited for the rest of the season, make sure you catch Xavier Cooks while he's here. He's going to get an opportunity somewhere else, you think. Whether it's Summer League or whatever. A lot of teams are high on him.
Hooley, doing a little research.
Oh, here we go.
D-Russ,
yep.
This is what I found out.
I'm looking forward to this.
The remaining games for the Sydney Kings. Cairns at home, 36ers at home, Hawks at home. Away, 36ers twice. One of them is right now, clearly. Cairns twice. New Zealand, Tasmania. Illawarra, Perth, Southeast Melbourne, Phoenix. This team will have a chance to finish first place. Did you just hear the run that I had? That I said? It's only 2 teams that they face in the top 4.
Well, that's exactly right. They run home. They'll be licking their lips. Don't have to play Melbourne United at all. Play the Wildcats just once. And you play Cairns and Adelaide 3 times each. But right now, Adelaide's giving them a big battle.
Sotto, tough bucket for the big guy and never got anywhere near it. Clark pulls up for the three. Big signal of things to come from Ian Clark. Not only a soft run home, as Corey Homicide Williams told you, but essentially compiled a pretty damn good roster right now. Floater off the glass, just as good at the other end for Dusty Hannes.
Dusty Hannes up to 14 in 10 minutes, 5 of 10 from the field.
This is the smallest lineup you'll ever see. Jarrell Martin out there with really 4 other guards.
He got away from Sotto as well.
It's a good find. They need to get him going offensively.
Down this end, get Daniel Johnson the ball on the block. Got Angus Glover on him.
Oh, Sotto.
Sotto didn't even look on.
Thought Dusty Hannes was as tall as him.
Glover was fronting Daniel Johnson. You just got to have a look at the hoop. I think CJ Bruton's saying the same. Just throw it up to Daniel Johnson there, because they were ultra small.
DJ doesn't look happy, having a sit down, getting some rest. Big 3 minutes coming in the context of the season for both these teams. Kings looking for their 5th win in a row. Glover sees it rattle away. Bairstow another rebound. McCarron. Dusty Hannes. Spins on Clark. Had to give it back out, and McCarron saved the day. Withers. Bairstow packed.
Ball finds the right man. And he puts pressure on the defense a little bit too much.
Just can't speak highly enough of Cam Bairstow all season. Adelaide 36ers took a chance on him. You know, he has had his injury issues. And again, you can kind of see at times when he starts rolling, still needs to come out for a quick breather here or there. But gives 110% every single possession on the glass. There he is again, just trying to put himself in the rebounding contest.
Cooks quickly down the floor. Back out to Glover. Ian Clark. Sizing it up. Sees McCarron. Gets to the top and can't drop it. Bairstow again. Lost the handle. Vasiljevic. Up fake. Cooks under the bucket. Started to weave his magic.
And Cooks, with his energy, giving Bairstow a taste of his medicine. Crashing the old boards, keeping that ball alive.
Sunday Detch crept away. Got it to go.
Good find. It's just a good battle all game. The reporter not disappointing.
Adams gave it some thought. Glover.
Great take.
Part of the seas went past Withers in a blink of an eye.
That's what Adelaide 36 is on the defensive end, where they're playing with this lineup. They're trying to switch everything 1 through 4, except for Cam Bairstow and Xavier Cooks. Really good read.
Bairstow all net. Wouldn't expect anything else.
This matchup is living up to the hype. That 4 position, Bairstow and Cooks going at it.
They are 2 completely different operators too. That's great defense, Cam Bairstow. Just closing the gap. Can he do it again?
Adams. Take 2 on that battle. Bairstow in his grill. Forced an errant shot. And it's a 36ers ball. Or is it?
It's an excellent one-on-one defense from Cam Bairstow. And made Adams give up the first one. And they threw it back to him. And you'd be thinking, man, got to do it again for another 7 seconds. But contested 3 ball. You live with that.
2 for 1 if they get an off shot quickly. Hannes sized it up, stepped inside, drew the foul, and he'll go to the line with 30 seconds left in this third.
Hannes real crafty with the ball. Gets his defender off balance. Creates some contact and he goes to the line. Hasn't hit any from downtown. Doing the majority of all of his damage so far.
He's probably the one man, there's a couple in the league who you probably can't put a commentator's curse on at the free throw line, because he holds the record in college.
Automatic.
He's got that great touch at the free throw line. Right now he'd be just thinking, if that can just translate and knock down a couple threes. He's been really good today. 16 points, making some things happen.
Really good today. This is his best game so far.
He had 19 points off the bench in the overtime win against Melbourne United a week or so ago. He's had a couple of good games, but again, Kings threatened to take the lead and jump away, and again we're all tied up. Shot clock, game clock differential, you can see 36ers will probably get it back. In comes Adams. He was stripped, and it's still a Kings ball, but 5 left on the shot clock only.
And that's the play we spoke about in the first half. They want Dusty Hannes to switch on to Jalen Adams, but it's a good piece of that ball.
CJ Bruton barking the instructions. Vasiljevic, tough fadeaway 3. Bairstow, another rebound. Last say of the quarter for the 36ers. McCarron time. And the captain looks at the crowd and says, come with me, boys. 71-69. They've jumped back out to a 2-point lead. They led by 2 at quarter time. 2 at halftime. They lead by 2 again now with a quarter to play.
0 turnovers. So again,
plenty of time to get that.
Not putting a whole lot of points on the board, but just trying to create things on the offensive end.
Adams with the inbound. Vasilovic. From outside, Jarrell Martin. Duffelmeyer. Chance for the 36ers to extend their lead. Duffelmeyer to Bairstow. He's been the hot man. Can't find it this time. Svakula-Bullock. Vasilovic fills it.
Well, that hurts because, again, they had the mismatch down low with Daniel Johnson. The spacing was just horrendous for the Adelaide 36ers. Just take your time. Everybody get out and put Daniel Johnson on the block against the smaller Angus Glover and just see what happens. Here we go. They get to it and a foul called.
A great job by Sydney. Pushing the ball, finding an open shooter. No one closes him out. Bucket. Too good of a shooter to not find him. And on the mismatch right here, they find DJ. I'll just be looking forward to work that mismatch the whole game. Every time there's a mismatch.
Well, it's there again, so you don't have to try and force it in. Maybe get something side to side, but ultimately you want to get the ball to Daniel Johnson because they're going to have to double. They're going to have to do something else when he gets down to the block.
Dusty Hannes. 4 left, shot clock. Bairstow corner. Another. Wham, bam, Cam Bairstow from the corner.
Been consistent all year for them.
Or you could just give it to Cam Bairstow right now.
All the answers are 36ers. All afternoon. And rejected by Withers.
Good defense. He's been there all game for them on the defensive end as well. Contesting some tough shots. His kick out and Bairstow delivers. Withers right there, showing emotion. They know they need this one.
Cam Bairstow is a plus 22 in his 23 minutes played.
Oh, turnover, McCarron. He read Adams' mind. Hannes. Sean Bruce wearing him. Bairstow. Heat check, could have been on offer. Withers, who's been hot from the top. Daniel Johnson, the rebound with Glover. They both fight for it. Jump ball, possession arrow.
Tired.
Speaking of tired, this is where normally we might see Cam Bairstow get a couple of minutes breather. 6.5 minutes left of this game. I think it's Glover, Daniel Johnson, good scrap for that ball. And he's been on the floor. They've outscored the Kings by 22 points.
With that said, rest on offense.
Well, you have to.
You can't take them out the game right now with those numbers.
I'm with you, but we'll see what happens.
Adams. Well, step back 2 will do this time. Wow. Big arc on it. And it was pretty to watch.
8 of 13 from the field, 23 points.
McCarron. Dusty Hannes. Got a little bit of room to move. And puts in the bucket and will get the extra. Dusty Hannes rising to the occasion.
CJ Bruton yelling wide Olay, which is their Spanish action as well. So the back screen came and you had Dusty Hannes pop back. Hand in the cookie jar. Good patience from Dusty Hannes there. Nothing came, no forcing over the help. Let them both get in the air and then the hands came across. So that Spanish action that we harp on about, every team likes to use it. So it's a little ball screen with the big. So Mitch McCarron and that, and then Dusty Hannes is back screening for the big, which was Cam Bairstow, either to get him on the rim or Dusty Hannes popping back, which they did just there.
Hannes is up to 19. Playing the best game of the season so far.
Margin back out to 5. Jalen Adams. When the Jalen Adams show, has to give it away to Sean Bruce. Back to Adams. Up fake from way outside. Too late.
Good team defense. That's really good. On the Adelaide 36ers, as expected, Chase Buford's going to make a couple changes.
36ers led by 8 in the first quarter. Hannes. And rejected. Cooks swiped it away. Swakala Bulek hands it out. Bruce. Hall. Net. What a reply.
Just great defense by Cooks, which starts their transition, and good find again. Not a defender in sight. He knocks that down.
Good read from Xavier Cooks, because if Dusty Hannes turns his head and Cooks comes across to help, Daniel Johnson's wide open. So he had to get a piece of it, and he did.
Hannes long range 2. They don't get the rebound. Had a possession moments ago to punch the lead out to 8. Cooks in the spin move. Can't finish. Does finish in the end. Second effort. Superb. And they're back in town again, the Kings. 80 plays, 80, 4:47 left. Big 4:47 to come.
As a team, we look after each other on and off the court. This should apply to
Who wins it from here?
I'm going to tip Sydney. Here's why. At some point, the legs and fatigue are going to start to kick in. Adelaide have played a game, not even 40 hours ago.
Yeah. It's gonna come down to really Cam Besto. That's the one. I mean, you see him there on the right, just trying to gather his breath. That's the crucial point. He's not a man who can play the 35 minutes anymore.
He's going to have to today. They cannot afford to sit that man down. Jalen Adams
reaching to the choir.
They have no answer for that pick and roll yet. And with Cooks playing defense like that, just getting blocks, getting rebounds, and pushing it, he's creating plays by himself.
I'm hearing you. I'm not responding to the basket.
80 apiece, 4:47 left. Glad to have Latrobe Financial on board again. They've got the sharp shot up for grabs. If you think you can shoot the full court shot at an NBL game, head to the NBL website, win page to enter for your chance to shoot for $100,000 in that Latrobe Financial sharp shot. And you get a second chance from halfway if you can't land the full court shot, as McCarron puts that one up. You get a chance from halfway for $50,000. Xavier Cooks earlier on in this game almost landed one from halfway. It's a 4-minute game right now, 80 apiece, and the 36ers get a massively important stop there.
Just a bit of a lazy pass from Jarrell Martin and Corey right on cue. I mentioned it, and they called the timeout, and Cam Besto sitting down trying to get a bit of a breather. I knew he wouldn't be able to play the last 6 minutes, so he's just trying to get his legs back in him.
And the interesting thing right now is right there, 2 offensive sets without Besto, 0 for 2.
And it's not even, yes, he's got the 18 points, but it's just, we talk about it. He
offensive rebound.
Where he puts his body opens things up for everybody else.
Cooks off balance, but classy.
He's been balling.
What Cooks does for Sydney, Besto does for Adelaide.
And in completely different ways. Athleticism versus just fundamentals, but that's where Cam Besto puts his body in the line to stop Xavier Cooks getting a straight dive to the basket.
Sunday Dedge, big fill that. Huge. 36ers back in front.
That'll help.
Big hit for a guy that's come into the league known for being just an on-ball defender. The way he's flourished from the land of plenty in the recent years, it's been a beautiful thing to see.
So they get to stop the 36ers. 3 minutes left. And this would be an epic win if they're able to get it. Rejuvenate their season. Daniel Johnson fadeaway 2. And no Besto there for the rebound.
Big rebound by Cooks.
Adams slipped to the corner. Monster drop from Sean Bruce.
$2 for
That's $2.
$2 for $1. Sean Bruce.
Even when it looks like Adams was about to fall, he still finds a way to make a big play.
Oh, can he answer back? Dusty Hanna.
Dusty Hanna's straight back at you.
Oh, he has been terrific tonight. Wow. The great man said to him before the game, CJ Bruton, I'm going to start bringing the great man on the road. Talk to him before every game.
And it was a big chat. Ken Cole and Mitch McCarron thought he'd pick the pocket there. Rice smile.
Finds a way to find an open man in the corner.
That's what they're trying to do down the other end, is the guard to guard and the miscommunication. Someone's got to stay locked into Dusty Hannes. As soon as there's connection on the defensive end, that's when you switch. You can't just be talking about it and try and jump it, because good shooters will step behind and knock it down.
And that's his first three-pointer hit from the night. But this man right here, oh my goodness. What hasn't he done tonight? Takes it off the dribble, nice floater in traffic over DJ, but this is where he makes his money. In transition, he's able to grab it off the rebound and he's a one-man fast break. And that half-court shot was, the shot to end the half, nothing but net. And one in this play right here was just disrespectful.
Oh, it's been unreal. Xavier Cooks, that's what I said. Enjoy him while he's here. He's going to get an opportunity over in the States. You would assume so. Here's that matchup. They've both been balling out tonight.
Indeed they have.
One's very fundamental, one's very athletic, and they're both fun to watch.
It's at courtside, some Adelaide royalty with basketball royalty.
Thanks, Dwayne. No, yeah, I've got Luke Longley here with me. Luke, I know you wanted to give a shout-out to Nathan Sobey. His Olympic bronze medal stolen during a home break-in overnight.
Yeah, mate, we just feel for him. You know, he worked so hard for that, and it's not worth anything. Bronze means everything is Sobe. So you still got your medal, mate, even if you don't have your medal.
Tight one finishing here. Can the Kings get across the line?
Of course we can.
Good on you, mate.
Cheers, bud.
Well, that is, there it is. A great man who had a couple of words. He's taking the jacket off. I told you, that jacket's gone to Dusty. I'm telling you. But, yeah, that's a really horrible story. Nathan Sobey, house getting broken into and stealing his Olympic medals. Hopefully, Twitter does its thing. Oh, my.
Cooks, as the shot clock expired, jams another. 2 minutes left. Kings back in front.
Assist number 6, Jalen Adams. Penetrates hard left.
It's a career high for Xavier Cooks, 25 points.
Could be on 30, missed them 5 free throws.
I'm going to wait to see when you're going to go with. Will he be part of that Olympic team? There's a lot of good players in that position, but he's putting his name up there.
Oh, and that's called against the 36ers, so 1:48 left. Kings in front. They've met every challenge of 36ers. Can't let us slip now.
And that
Cooks is killing, man.
That offensive foul, Cam, this is a veteran move. You use your backside. Oh, he was standing still though. But we so often see that called now, trying to use your backside to really set the screen.
Adams hands it off. Clark.
Wow.
That's his class. Deep bag of tricks. Bang.
4-point lead. Over to you, Adelaide.
Biggest margin the Kings have had. Good time to have it. Daniel Johnson time. Unbelievable reverse. 2-point game.
Beautiful, tough take by DJ.
Come on now, 2 hands.
Edge of the seat stuff. 36ers season on the line. Spotted the top 4 up for the Kings. Jalen Adams has been epic. Back to Clark from way outside, air ball.
And Cam Bairstow again, they switch. He gets caught on Jalen Adams and just uses his body on the play. Here's that pass. Clark, big knockdown. He enjoyed that one, but Cam Bairstow, he has been enormous in the big moments. If you're Jalen Adams, you'd love to have a bigger guy switch onto you. Couldn't get around him.
Sunday Detch inside the last minute for the lead back. Dusty Hannes, part of the C's, and the floater in. Dusty spring-heeled again, wishing and a hoping his way to the bucket. 90 apiece.
Fantastic take. You can see how he hesitated, froze the defense.
And the screen. Adelaide 36ers ball called against Jarrell Martin.
Wow, huge call. That's 4 fouls on Jarrell Martin. Dusty Hannes. C's just parted. Nice little layup down the lane, and then right here, offensive foul, just moving into it a little bit with the left leg. The thigh, just trying to get nice and wide, but as he was trying to get that base, it's coming down to the wire.
To take the lead. You can see the shot clock, game clock differential. Dusty Hannes the up fake. No one was able to bite, and it's still a 36ers ball.
It was great one-on-one defense by Jalen Adams. Sorry, by Clark, getting a hand on the ball. Wasn't able to come up with it. Adelaide ball.
11 seconds on the shot clock.
I'm going to Dusty.
Got to go to Dusty. Try and get him something. And Cam Bairstow, this is the possession right now. There's a one-on-one play or whatever it is. Somebody has to get a body on Cam Bairstow from the Sydney Kings. We're going to have a look at this just to make sure. 25 seconds left on the clock. Just to make sure this definitely was Adelaide ball.
Big call. Got to get it right.
Cam Bairstow, 18 points, 8 rebounds, only 1 offensive rebound. The amount of times that he's caused an extra possession for it to fall into somebody else's hand has been huge. It's been a real committee effort from the Adelaide 36ers. 5 guys in double figures. 40% from 3. 16 of 19 from the free throw line.
That's their main 5. These are the guys that need to show up. Good to see them all show up collectively this afternoon.
So still a 36ers ball. It comes down to this.
Yep, thank you.
A 25-second game, 90 apiece. 36ers a chance to take the lead. Dusty Hannahs has been the man. Tough fadeaway 2. Rebound massive. The Kings, the shot clock's turned off. The Kings could win it with this possession.
Take the last shot. Worst case, you go to overtime. Don't give the Adelaide 36ers a chance.
Warm that plane up. We are out of here.
Adams, is he the man? Step back 3. A heartbreaker.
Warm that plane up. We are out of here.
3.5 left, though. Hang on a sec. Hang on a sec.
Didn't he? Giving them enough time here. They get the timeout, but Jalen Adams couldn't get past Cam Bairstow the other 2 times. Doesn't need to this one. Just knocks it down from ultra deep. He is legit. Oh, man.
Best player. No, just just kidding. Just warming you up. Hold on, Peter. Hold on. I'm just playing with you.
I heard you say that a couple guys. But here they go. The Adelaide 36ers. Now, CJ Bruton, you're wondering what he's going to try and go with here. Dusty Hannahs has been outstanding, but Sydney Kings are going to be assuming that as well. So unless you can get him really wide open, don't be surprised if they can try and use him in a bit of a misdirection and diversion and see if you can get maybe Daniel Johnson, who's knocked down 2, or even Sunday Detch. He's 3 of 7. Brett Maher's thinking, put the ball in Sunday Detch's hands. I'm the one who's been helping him shoot the lights out. This is a big possession. Dusty Hannahs was the man in that game against Melbourne United in overtime. He hit that big one in the corner.
Edge of the seat stuff now. Season's on the line for the 36ers. They led by 2 at quarter time, by 2 at half time, by 2 at three-quarter time. At one stage they led by 8. And the Sydney Kings threatening to steal it from them and make it 5 wins in a row for the Kings. The home team with 3.5 seconds left to take it into overtime.
There you go. Going to take another timeout here. 36ers. CJ Bruton maybe just trying to see who the Sydney Kings are going to roll out there. Try and see where the best opportunity is. Draw something else up. So who's it going to, Corey? Is you Dusty Hannahs, you going to live with it, or are you trying to use him as maybe a diversion? They've got plenty of guys out there who can knock it down.
You're going to Dusty.
In fact, every single player who's on the floor right now for the Sixers has knocked down a 3 tonight. But Dusty Hannahs, he's been awesome. 24 points, 8 of 16, and let the game come to him. Didn't try and force too much. Got the 3 assists, but again, just really patient. 24 points in 21 minutes. This is the Dusty Hannahs all the Adelaide 36ers fans wanted to see.
And every basket, they've been tough. No easy looks. Finishing in traffic in so many different ways. He's only hit 1 3 tonight, that 3 late in the ball game, but you know, I've been on him hard all season. Asking him to step up, be consistent, and tonight, this afternoon, he has been that, as you see the Sotto stream shot chart.
Here we go. Who's it going to? Watch Sunday Detch potentially getting it back in from the inbounds. 3.5 seconds, a lot of time.
3-pointer to tie it up and take it to overtime. DJ, tough
man.
Step back 3. Wow, a heartbreaker for the 36ers, and it might have been a 2 anyway.
Well, it definitely looked like it was going to be a 2. And as I thought, they were looking for Sunday Detch just on the quick 1-2, but got nothing out of it.
Big win for the Kings, though. 5 wins in a row, up to 3rd spot on the Hungry Jacks NBL ladder, and a force to be reckoned with.
I'll tell you what, we've been talking about Bryce Cotton, Joe Luala-Chul, MVP. Jalen Adams is going to have a big say in that conversation as well. Right here, just took a little too long to get into it, and in the end, it might have been touch and go if he did make it as being a 3. You put yourself in this little corner, there's not a lot of space to work with. I would have liked to see something at the top of the key to try and open up the Kings defense. In the end, they get a really important win. Yeah, Besto was excellent. Xavier Cooks was outstanding. Jalen Adams was enormous.
John Casey courtside.
Thanks very much. I've got Xavier Cooks here. Wow, that was a great game. They gave you all you could handle.
Oh my God, that was a dogfight. Them boys are physical, they play the right way, and we're lucky to come up with the win tonight.
Jalen Adams came up bigger game, but you know, you went with a small ball team, and that put a lot of pressure on you. You had to produce as well.
Yeah, but man, Jalen's that guy, so we can trust him for everything. But it wasn't just me. Angus Glover rebounded great. The whole guards were swooping in there. There's a whole team effort tonight.
Do you want to talk us through the dunk down this end? Just straight up and throw it down.
Oh man, it's Dunkerberry, so I'll try and get back to charity, you know. So yeah, just doing what I do.
And bigger picture, 5 in a row now for the Kings. You're really rolling. You can go all the way.
I believe so for sure. But we've got to keep taking care of on the road. We've got a lot of road games coming up, and take care of that and we'll be all right.
Really enjoyed your game today. Congratulations.
Thanks,
well done.
guys. I really appreciate it.
That's our Foot Locker player of the game. He was outstanding. I'll tell you what, Corey.
This guy
he's league bound.
This guy belongs on the Boomers.
All that.
After this game, seeing this, the way he went about it, how he dominated, I am a super fan.
Well, I'm a believer as well, but I think he's got bigger things in store as well over in America. He is just outstanding. Just got to work on his shot a little bit more. He's awesome.
Game 1 of our doubleheader, a thriller. Cairns and Melbourne United to come in our Sunday double. But the Kings, 5 wins in a row with a 3-point win over the 36ers. Plenty of highlights amongst the Hungry Jacks. Highlights of this one. 93-90, the final scoreline. The Sydney Kings trail at every break, stole the win, 5 in a row now, and they have a star-studded lineup that's putting a scare through the rest of the competition.
Oh, no doubt about it. Look, they didn't play their best overall. The two main guys, or two of them, they've got plenty of them. Jarrell Martin was quiet, Jalen Adams was superb, Xavier Cooks was outstanding. He was our Foot Locker player of the game. This was a great game, back and forth with the Adelaide 36ers. Last play was poor, but besides that,
little low. You all right? Time in.
And back we go. And right away, you know what the MO is for Fernando Martinez, going right after Jerwin Cajas. He just is on him and pressing the issue, trying not to give him any ounce to be able to even breathe. There's a beautiful shot there. They both unloaded. Heavy artillery being thrown between both combatants here in Las Vegas. And Cajas, the fact that he's eaten so many big shots and continues to try to hold on to his championship. But they say that sometimes guys, especially in the lighter weight classes, that they could get old overnight. And I'm not saying that Cajas isn't giving a great effort, but he does seem to be a step slow compared to what we are used to. And it could be the fact of the pressure of Fernando Martinez is disrupting the rhythm and the ability of Jerwin Cajas to get into his flow and execute his game plan. Big right hand driving back in Cajas. I cannot believe how this guy's still standing, but there's a left from Cajas, the Filipino. I'm curious to see if there's a sense of urgency in the corner of the champion as we are approaching the championship rounds. There's a nice combination of the body by Cajas, but look at Cajas. There's a Bamboy on the head of Cajas, but back comes the champion. This is just tremendous back and forth slugging between these two. Well, you know that they say, I know we don't have, I mean, in the NBA they say, and in basketball, shooters shoot, well, sluggers slug. And that's exactly what Fernando Martinez is doing. He is slugging, and he is bringing it to Jerwin Cajas. And Cajas is trying to slug away, but the fresher of the two seems to be Fernando Martinez. 2 more rounds remaining. And there is some of the action. Just sit back and admire this. Look at this. The fact that these guys, this is why they train 8 to 10 weeks to prepare to go at this frenetic pace. It's a little bit of a low blow. Continuing to look at just the action here, and Cajas' face swollen.
We're done. Number